Hi, my friends. It's Dr. Kathy with you here. And I just got off the phone talking to one of my favorite couples. And they were talking about an issue that they're having that I thought you might be struggling with too. So I thought I would share it with you and see if I could maybe help you both at the same time. So, my friends, who I will not name, basically said, Kathy, we're having a lot of trouble. We keep fighting. We can't ever really resolve a fight. The fights are kind of nasty and unproductive, and we just end up super frustrated. And we go off to our own corners, and nothing really ever gets better. Nothing ever gets, kind of handled or taken care of. It's just a fight, and then we just move on. So that is super frustrating, right? And I'm sure most of us have been there and experienced that. And I wanted to share with you a secret. Fights are going to continue happening, and the fight is going to continue kind of rolling and going as long as two things happen. Okay. The first thing is that you refuse to acknowledge what you're hearing from the other person. You refuse to validate what you're hearing, right? So as long as you are refusing to find anything that the other person is saying that makes sense, or refusing to kind of empathize and have some compassion and say, yeah, I can understand why you'd feel that way, the fight is going to keep happening because it's that moment. It's expressing some understanding of how the other person is feeling that gets them to start to calm down. We fight because we're trying to communicate. We're trying to tell you we're really upset about something and we want you to get it. The way we know that you got it is if you validate or if you acknowledge what you hear. The second thing that keeps a fight kind of rolling and going and never, wrapping up is if you don't take any responsibility. Even if you think you're perfect, look for something to take responsibility for, right? It could be, I could have handled this differently. Or I'm sorry, I could have done this a little bit differently. Or I didn't realize this, or I didn't mean this. So if you want your fights to be way more productive and wrap up faster and to actually feel like you resolved and accomplished something, do two things. One, validate what you heard the other person say, right? What did you hear that makes sense to you? What can you acknowledge? And two, point out something that you can take responsibility for. What could you have done even a little bit better? If you can do that, your fights are going to be so much better. Okay, I hope that helped you. And if you'd like more tips like this, come and check out all the good stuff I have for you at drkathynickerson.com. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.